tuned into Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Tune in right now.
What's up, Doreen Brown? How you doing?
Hi, what's up? How are you doing? Sorry about that, guys. You know, the revolution won't be televised. They were trying to stop us. The devil's alive.
Hey, that's all right. That's all right. We're just happy to have you in the house. I'm Dario, and Courtney, my co-host, is joining me as well.
What's up? What's up? Thank you for having me.
Well, first off, I want to start by saying I'm feeling the hair and the T-shirt. Does it say it says Black Lives Matter?
It sure does.
And it's got the fist on it right at the bottom. Yes.
Absolutely, absolutely. You know there's work to be done. So I'm about that life. I've been doing my part as far as like protesting, signing petitions, and so I'm here for it.
How are you feeling about everything that's going on? Do you feel that we're actually moving forward and that this will make some changes that, I mean, clearly we need some changes, but do you think that these changes will stick? Because there's been people that I know that have been saying that like some white people are like, okay, what else do you guys want? You know, you protested, and what do you want the result to be? So what do you feel about everything that's going on right now?
I do feel like we have been progressing forward. I mean, there was a time where obviously Black people and white people couldn't even be in the same room. So I feel like I'm super like compassionate regarding people who are coming together and having compassion for one another. Of course, there are going to be those who are ignorant and that want to just stay in the same ignorant mindset that was passed on from generation to generation. So, I mean, for those people, we can just I don't know. I'm gonna say pray that they get it together, but I definitely believe that. Yeah, I mean, like other than that, they need to educate themselves of the history of what happened in this world and how this world in America was built off of people's backs. You know what I mean? So I say for those Karens and Kens, do your research, but be careful because you might catch the wrong one. And I don't know. I'm personally looking at these YouTube videos or videos that's going viral on Instagram. And some of the videos I'm like, ooh, why she say that? Like, you know? Right. And some of them, I don't know. They get a 1-2. I'm not mad at them.
Hey, listen.
You should be careful. You should be careful what you say to people because people, you know what I mean? It's a very sensitive subject and people there are people who are just sick and tired of being sick and tired. So that being said, I do feel like there are people who understand the movement, who understand what's going on, and they are a part of really the movement towards Black Lives Matter, all Black Lives Matter. So to those who are, thank you. For those who are not, get it together, figure it out, phone a friend, or you'll learn, you know what I mean?
Quickly.
You'll learn quickly.
Quickly, right. The 1-2. Listen, Karens and Kens right now are very nervous. They are so afraid to be caught on camera, losing their minds. And that's why I think there's been so many things that have been taking place in media right now, of course, with the Karens and Kens that are activating. It's like it's like the gremlins. It's like water was put on them and all of a sudden they turn to gremlins. You know what I mean?
Yes, that's my favorite movie, by the way. That's one of my favorite movies. Yeah, and that's scary. It's scary, right? Because like then people are like moving on off of impulse. And that's a scary thing because people get hurt in the middle of people's reaction or just impulse. Like, I don't know, it's just scary. Like Gremlins was a very good movie. I remember that being like, when I was younger, and you just never knew like if you're like, are you a bad gremlin or are you a good gremlin? You never know. Gizmo, he's like, so I mean, that's how we have to be with everyone, like one eye open and just be like, are you really understanding what we're fighting for? Or are you just here for the trend? You know? Mm-hmm. So I don't know. I pray that I don't come across any Karens. I'm gonna phone a friend and have it live.
Just turn live on.
I'm gonna turn my live on.
Just turn your live on. It's all good.
Go ahead, Courtney.
I was actually going to, so just because we're talking about the movement and everything, and artists have always had such an important role in our various movements throughout the history of this country. But there's always debate about like how much artists and actors and, performers and entertainers should really like be taking, what part should they take in the movement at this point? How have you sort of thought about that? Have you thought about that in terms of your role as a, you're obviously a wonderful actress and you're out there. Has the things that are going on like changed how you want to create or anything like that? What are your thoughts on the role of the artist in the movement?
I think it's important in anybody who has a platform to use it wisely and to use it with the most potential. So with my platform, I love to encourage people. I love to empower people. So I've just been actively just telling people like, just probably like, hey, I'm gonna be here, like going downtown for this protest, or just being very informative myself or learning things. Because I'm gonna be honest, I know this is live, we're live right now, but I'm gonna be honest, I did not know about the Black Wall Street that happened in Kentucky. Sorry guys. That happened in Tulsa, Oklahoma. I did not know about that, and I went to a good school in New York, but I don't remember hearing about that until I watched The Watchmen with Regina King, and I was kind of like, "Is this real or is this just a TV show?" And one of my friends I was watching was like, "This is real. You didn't know about this?" And I'm like, "No." But then I found out I had so many other friends who didn't know about it either. So that shows how the education system tries to like block things from you knowing your history. And I'm just trying to do my part of being informative and learning more. Anything I didn't know, I'm trying to learn more. And just try to like, it's like the good news, right? I'm very spiritual, so I'm gonna use the Bible. It's like the good news. You learn something or you see a sermon and you just want to pass on the good message. You're like, "Oh, did you hear about this?" Or, you know what I mean? So I'm doing my part in spreading the word, have you watched this? Do you know what's going on? Have you joined any city council? I haven't done that yet, but I have friends who are very much involved, and we just all just keep the information circling within each other and just being informative. Power, education is power, and knowledge is power. So it's just important for us to know as much as possible regarding everything. You know what I mean? Your rights, your gun laws, just everything.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it seems to be making like a slight change, especially in Hollywood, because we now see that they've added 819 new people to the Academy voting process. And what is it? I saw that 819, 36% people of color, 45% women, and 49% are based outside of the U.S. Like Zendaya, Awkwafina, John David Washington, Constance Wu, Cynthia Erivo. So
nice.
Those things, I feel like it's not going to be a short-term thing. It's going to be still a long road to make significant changes, because you got to get rid of those other people that have been in the Academy for years and years and years who don't have the same mentality and
the same mentality.
So we got to get some of those out. But I feel like this new wave, that's trickling in will, in the long run, make it all better.
Yes, and definitely shape the industry, because we need to represent everyone. Everybody needs to be represented in the world. Black, white, Asian, like everyone. So I'm excited about that. And, I can't wait to see what happens after we get out of this quarantine. But I've personally been loving quarantine, so I can't lie. I was loving quarantine. I was personally loving it. I was just having very self-awareness, self-love, and spirituality. I was personally just filling myself with love and enjoying quarantine. So when we get out of it, I definitely want to keep working and like I said, use my platform as much as possible, and prayerfully, maybe I'll be a Black superhero. Just putting it out there.
I hear that. I feel it.
Hey,
Come
we
on,
need
Storm.
more of them. We need more. Luke
They
Cage can't be by himself
right now, girl.
Luke Cage can't be by himself. So we gotta get some more.
This is true. This is true. And for those who don't know, honestly, my name is Nyreen Brown. I'm from New York, but I live in LA. I'm more than an actress, but I also sing and act and dance, all three, triple threat. And of course, I try to be as much of the actress as possible. But if you haven't checked out Ruthless, you need to go now on BET Plus or Amazon Prime. Check out Ruthless if you haven't seen it. It's crazy. It's bonkers. It's exciting. It's suspenseful. It's Tyler Perry's it's different from what he normally does. So I'm just telling you, hit me up on my social media, Nyreen_Brown on IG, and just tell me how you feel. If you love the show, if you don't, tell me that too. You know what I mean? Let me know how you feel. I'm open.
listen, you just took our job away. You did the whole outro of the show. We're not even ready for you to leave yet. well,
we can chat more with you guys.
We got a few more minutes, so we got a question about the show. Actually, I mean, it's doing very well. People, your fan base is loving it, and you were talking about keeping one eye closed and being a little scared. That's how I felt when I was watching the show. You know,
Absolutely.
It's a lot going on with that cult and your character, Lynn Collins. You know, tell us how you got involved with the show and auditioned for Mr. Tyler Perry, who's doing amazing things and supporting so many Black actors. So what was that experience like with your first audition and going on the show?
The casting director, Kim Coleman, had cast me in the show. I auditioned for it. I just got off work at like 12 o'clock. And then my agent called me and was like, you have an audition in 3 hours. And I was like, what? And it was like 6 pages. I was like trying to just be like off book and nail it and just really dive into like who Lynn is. And I think Lynn is very outspoken, which is who I am. She's very direct, which is who I am. And I just try to tap into certain parts of me that's similar to that character and bring that to the table. It's important for actors to bring themselves to the table, as well as obviously tweak things, because obviously Lynn Rowlands dives into some substance abuse and stuff. You'll got to watch the show. But and I haven't experienced that, so that was probably the toughest part about my job, was trying to like tap into what this feels like. But I did my research and I just tried to do my best. And Mr. Perry is an amazing boss, an amazing director. He lets the actors creative freedom to do whatever they want. If it's in a direction he doesn't want, he'll probably say something. But most of the time, he like trusts everyone in that cast, and he was like, "Great, all right, moving on." And it was just like, okay, you know. I was like, all right. So I'm so psyched about this character that has so many layers, and I was just like, I pray people don't think I'm like, you know, this mean, bossy, you know. People tend to have this stereotypical like, oh, Black women are this and Black women that. And I was just like, no, I want to show that Lynn is not a housewife that just sits back and just says whatever her husband says, like, you know, a yes ma'am, you know. I wanted to show that she's rib to rib kind of wife, and she doesn't mind, you know, taking some risk. But of course, she doesn't listen. You gotta watch the show. She don't listen, y'all.
There's a lot of risk taking that Lynn is doing.
She's a risk taker. I think she's just trying to prove that she's still like you know, she's a woman and she had a life before she met her husband. And I feel like it's kind of like taken away from her, because she's always like, I had a life before I met you. And you know, I think she misses that independence, if that makes sense.
I feel that. And then with working with Tyler, what if something that you kind of took away from him by watching him? Because I've heard, and we've had several of the actors on the show and actors that he's actually worked with for years, and they always say the same thing. You got to come ready. You got to come off book. There's not a lot of prep time. You got to know your scene and you out.
Yes. I mean, I love that he's spiritual. So the first thing we always do before we start is we pray. I love that. Yes, all those things you just named are facts. So if you have a bad memory, good luck. But I think it's important for, in general, actors to be in the moment. So yes, definitely you'll have a stack of scripts to learn and shoot in one day. But everyone is super supportive. Everyone on set, from the crew to the makeup to the team, everyone is just super supportive. And I think everybody just wants everybody to do a good job. And yeah, with that support, you'll be fine. Everybody was good. Everybody
no problem.
We did that.
Listen, Black excellence. Okay,
that's what's up. That's what's up. But as we're already calling season 2 into existence, so Amen, that's gonna happen. So where would you like to see your character go?
So I would love to see my character infiltrate the cult, kind of like Andrew's character, where people are like, is he a part of it? Is he not a part of it? Because Lynn's original plan was to like, I want to help. I want to feel alive again. I want to be a part of something meaningful. And it seems like she's getting sucked into she's being enticed by her I'm gonna say demons, for spiritual lack of better words. Her demons, her inner demons. So I would love if she did get into the cult, and then like, I'm not saying she didn't join the cult, but I would love if she got into the cult where to the point where she was like Andrew, like, is she in it to be in it, or is she in it because she still wants to originally help her husband as FBI and to take it down?
Like that. That's Black power, Black women power. You doing it?
You
superhero,
know,
Black superhero, everything.
I would love that. But whatever he writes, you know, I'm down for it. I'm gonna see where it goes. I'm excited to see where he takes it.
And outside of working on the show, what are some of the other things that interest you and that you spend your time doing, especially during quarantine?
So I'm a huge book reader. I love reading books. I just finished reading Michael Todd's Relationship Goals and Darius Daniel Relational Intelligence. So I love to read. I love to dance. I just did a gig recently. You'll see the video come out real soon with an artist named Buddy. My homegirl KO and Antoine were the choreographers and directors, and that video went viral. I don't know if you've seen it. It was like black. Yeah. That video.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I'm a part of that video. Thanks to my friends. So that went viral. So we have something new coming out real soon. And I don't know if I was supposed to share that news, but whatever, it's here. So we just worked with that artist, Buddy, and I sing Unto the Lord, a new song all the time. But I also did Broadway. I did Wicked right before I got Tyler Perry. So I would love to eventually go back to New York and venture into more Broadway stuff. And yeah, ride my bike. I live life. I love our people. And that's it. I watch my sermons on church. I'm pretty good. I'm a good girl, you know?
Yeah.
You got good energy. I can tell.
Yes,
you got good energy.
Thank you. I'm pretty good. I'm pretty solid. I'm just very chill. I'm a Capricorn. I don't know what that says other than like I'm chill.
Well, that means I know a little bit about signs. So my ex was a Capricorn. I'm a Leo. So you're very strong-willed. You're very focused, and it's hard for you to change your opinion once you've made it. Is that true?
This is very true. I don't like change. It's something I'm working on. I don't mind like a change environment, if but yeah. Yeah, that's me.
Yeah, it's okay. It's okay.
Listen,
I'm a Leo.
I love Leos though. Leos are very, very strong. Yes, like you just said, and maybe not Leo women, sorry. But I'm just saying. The men are very strong.
I'm not offended.
Oh, you're a Taurus. That's cute.
That's
I'm
cute.
not. Listen, just in case there's a Ruthless fan, that's a Leo woman. You're fine. I'm joking. Right. It's all love.
We love all signs.
We love all signs matter. All Black lives signs
matter. Well, we got to wrap up, but you did say something that I remembered I wanted you to do. Since you're a triple threat, actress, singer, dancer, I want to hear a little bit of that quick second of those vocals. Give me something so that we can go out on the show with. We got to hear something, even if it's like 20 seconds or something.
Even if it's 20 seconds, okay. What can I think of? Gospel songs always come to me first.
Yes, praise songs.
Hey, we need some gospel right now in our lives.
Give us the Lord.
I mean, this might be a little childish, but it's the only one I can think of right now. So I'll do This Little Light of Mine because I got a light inside. So. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Oh, this little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Let it shine, let it shine, let it shine. Ooh, I'm thirsty already.
Listen, all I need now is my sweat rag. I just need my sweat rag. You did that, girl. You did that.
Everywhere I go. You know what I'm saying? You gotta keep going. I want everybody to start singing everywhere they go. Let your light shine. Be the light. Be the love. That's what's honestly gonna bring this world together, right? And that's why we are progressing forward, because walk in love, walk in light, and let's make this change happen so that our future kids my future kids, your future kids can just say, remember back when, we shouldn't be living in a world where the 60s looks like 2020.
Amen.
We should not be living in a world like that. So breaks my heart, but that's okay.
Well, hopefully the real change is coming, and you just took us to church. And I think that's the best way to end the show.
Oh, thank you.
The best way.
So
the change is here.
Where can fans find you and everything about Ruthless and all your singing and dancing and videos that you're putting out?
I mean, sometimes I share, sometimes I know. I try to be better. That's the Capricorn in me. But just check me out on Instagram. It's Nyrene, NIRINE_Brown. That's my Instagram. And as far as my Twitter, it's just Nyrene Brown. I'm the brand, I'm the name. I didn't feel like going into like Black Stallion It's just Nyrene Brown, guys. Nyrene Brown. Find me. Simple. Keep it moving. 1, 2, 3.
and they gotta check her out on Ruthless on BET Plus.
Make sure you watch Ruthless, guys. It's no pun intended, Ruthless. Yeah. I'm like low-key like a comedian in my heart. I don't know why. I would love to do a comedy movie next or a comedy sitcom. I'm like super fun.
I can see it. I can see it.
It's there.
I'd watch.
You'll watch?
I'll watch.
I appreciate
for
you.
sure.
I appreciate both of you guys. It's been fun. It's been so much fun.
Courtney, where can fans find you?
I'm all over the social media universe at Stuart Starlet because I couldn't get my name because everybody else got it.
Everybody's name is Courtney?
Everybody named Courtney. Like,
everybody named Courtney.
Courtney Stewart is like 5 million people. So, whatever. It's fine, though.
That's
good.
okay.
That's funny.
Stuart Starlet.
Stuart Starlet.
I like that a lot.
And you can find me at Daryl Kristen on every social media platform. You see my name there. Just find me right there. It's pretty simple. I'm the only one that I know of.
The only one
that I know of, which is probably for the better.
Right.
And check out Courtney and I's new Instagram page. We are the trend.
Yeah, make sure you follow us.
The THE trend. So we changed it a little bit with the THA.
We are _the trend.
There you go. We are _the trend. See?
Yeah. Love it.
Come on, y'all.
All right, well, Nyrene, it's been a pleasure having you. I want you to come back. And
I would love to.
And we will have you sing some more as well.
All right, I'll make sure I have my water and my tea on deck. I don't usually like to be on the spot, but
we'll give you your backup too, girl.
I may have to order that T-shirt as well, just so you know.
I know.
Yes, I mean I got it off the street. You know what I'm saying? There's people always like $20. I was like, absolutely.
Yeah. No, that's
absolutely.
That's dope.
Well, congratulations on all your success. We will see you again soon on BHL, and have a great 4th of July.
Who? What? No, I don't celebrate 4th of July. I'm sorry.
Have a great weekend.
Great weekend. Right. I'm sorry, weekend. That's what I meant to say. Yes.
Don't you celebrate 4th of July either, okay?
I'll be celebrating nothing sitting on my couch during COVID.
Let's celebrate life.
I'm celebrating being Black.
Right. Juneteenth is my 4th. That's it. On that note.
see how triggered I am just to even say 4th of July? It's been put in my brain for so long. You know what I mean?
Okay, we've been domesticated, but it's okay. It's all right. We all listen. It's a work in progress. It's a work in progress. So
that's right.
Make sure we just support Black businesses and not just shun other businesses. It's just about like supporting Black businesses. Make sure you sign those petitions. Make sure you try your best to help Breonna Taylor, Elijah, everyone who has the injustice that has not been served to them. Even the beautiful young lady, I can't think of her name right now, I'm blanking out, who got killed in the military. Let's just pray for everybody and let's hope that good prevails. That's all.
It will. Light always prevails.
And everybody stay safe in these streets.
Yes, in these streets.
In these streets.
Actually, don't be in these streets because we want to get out of quarantine.
That's true.
We might have to bring back that Jennifer. We might have to bring back that Jennifer song. What she do?
I don't
want nobody messing with me in these streets. I don't want nobody messing dancing with me.
See?
We might have to bring that song. We might have to bring that back. Tell her to bring
Everybody,
it back.
sing
You know what?
Every time
like
you see somebody.
I like that. I like that.
We
All
have to
right,
bring
well,
that
it's
back.
a pleasure, and we'll see you soon.
All right. Thank you guys for having me. Peace.
Bye-bye.
On behalf of our BHL staff, we would like to thank you for tuning in to Black Hollywood Live, the world's first digital broadcast network devoted entirely to urban entertainment and pop culture. Check out our Black Hollywood Live YouTube page for even more great programming and amazing content, and be sure to subscribe and like our channel when you do. I'm your BHL host, Nakia Monet, and you can find me on all social media at Kiki Boom Boom or at Black Hollywood Live. Black Hollywood Live, Hollywood redefined.